The instant I caught sight of Daniel's smile at the wedding, an odd weight settled in my chest. Not the kind of warm ache you feel when your daughter walks down the aisle. It was sharper, like a warning whispered by instinct. Something isn't right. The ceremony itself was beautiful. My daughter, Emma, looked like the entire sky had wrapped itself around her. I stood alone, gripping the old wooden cane my late wife had carved for me, yet none of that caused the unease. It was Daniel. That smile, too smooth, too practiced, too eager. I've lived nearly 70 years, been a teacher, a soldier, a widower, and now a grandfather to more children than I can count. I know a genuine heart when I see one, and I knew his was calculating. But for Emma's happiness, I let my doubts slide. Truth, however, has a stubborn way of revealing itself. 3 days after the wedding, Daniel began asking odd questions. "Dad," he said casually, "how long has this house been in your family?" "5 generations," I answered cautiously. He nodded, pretending admiration for the carved doorframe. "And legally, it's just yours now, right?" I felt my grip tighten on the cane. He continued, making it sound like a joke. "You know, Emma and I were thinking maybe someday this house could be ours. You could just sign something." I cut him off. "Inheritance isn't about papers. It's about love," I said firmly. His laugh was strained. His eyes betrayed him. Over the next week, I noticed Emma behaving strangely, tense, guarded, almost secretive. One evening, while making tea, she finally spoke. "Dad, Daniel thinks you're lonely here." "Lonely?" I asked. "To downsize," she whispered. "Move into an apartment." I set the kettle down too hard. "Is that what you want?" She didn't answer. Her silence hurt more than anything Daniel had done. 12 days after the wedding, just before noon, there came a sharp, official knock at the door. 3 firm raps. I opened it to find Daniel in a sharp suit, accompanied by a man carrying a leather briefcase. "Mr. Whitfield," the man said, "I'm a notary, here to certify the transfer papers." "Transfer?" I asked slowly. Daniel stepped forward, smiling that rehearsed smile. "For the house, of course. Emma said you agreed." My heart froze. Emma? Agree? She wouldn't, would she? But then she emerged from behind him, head down, tears in her eyes. "Dad, please. Just sign it so we can all live peacefully," she whispered. I looked at her, the little girl who used to run barefoot through the garden, now trapped in someone else's plan, and clarity hit me. Daniel wasn't just manipulative. He was dangerous. But age has its advantages. I sighed, leaning on my cane. "So, you want the house transferred to both of you?" I asked. Daniel's grin widened. "Exactly. The notary is ready." I nodded slowly. "Very well. Let's sit." He thought he'd won. He didn't realize he was stepping into my trap. I shuffled to the study, retrieved a folder, and placed it on the table. "This," I said, "is my updated will." The notary leaned closer. Daniel's eyes glittered with anticipation. "It states that anyone who inherits this house must fulfill one condition," I continued. "And what condition is that?" Daniel asked, curiosity flickering in his eyes. "They must care for me personally, here in this house, until the day I die. They cannot move me or sell the property, and they must cover all household expenses for as long as I live." Daniel's smile faltered. Emma gasped, realization dawning. Daniel's face went pale. "No, that's not what we agreed," he protested. "We never agreed to anything," I said calmly. "This is legally binding. The condition cannot be removed, only honored." The notary cleared his throat. "He's correct. It's valid and registered." Daniel whirled to Emma. "Did you know about this? Why didn't you tell me?" Tears streamed down her cheeks. "I thought you loved me, not the house." He froze, then stormed out, slamming the door so hard a frame fell to the floor. Emma collapsed against me, sobbing. "It's okay, Dad. I didn't see who he really was," she whispered. I stroked her hair. "Now you do. That's enough." Emma stayed with me for a month. Daniel tried to assert spousal rights, but a quick background check revealed a history of similar schemes. He vanished from our lives entirely. Now, sitting by the window with my tea, I watch Emma in the garden, laughing freely. Our home remains untouched, a place built on love and legacy, not greed. Age may make a body weak, but wisdom and a little cunning can be very dangerous. Daniel learned that lesson the hard way.